Ladies and gentlemen, it is time that we had an extremely serious discussion. Most of us are adults. Sometimes we don't act like it. Sometimes we have to act like it. But today I want to talk about something that really encompasses every human and otherwise on the planet. Good versus evil. When we tack a label onto the behavior of one another, we tack a label onto the person. All of us are made of good and evil parts. The good people may behave badly. Bad people may behave in a fantastically positive way. I think if we don't embrace the fact that all of us are part good and part evil and feed whichever wolf we prefer to, it is belittling everyone, including their feelings, their situation, their background, and a multitude of other things that we can't possibly understand about another human being. So, when, I guess I should just state the fact that there are people that consider me evil. One of them is my little sister. I love her to death. It certainly runs in the family. She used to say that I could reduce somebody to tears in 5 sentences or less. And she's absolutely right. And I'm actually kind of proud of that. It's terrible. It's evil. It's horrible. But if I'm ever put in that situation, yes, I can destroy a human being and their feelings. That's, yeah, basically. Is it something that I do every day or even every Friday or even twice a month, you know, depending on my hormones? No, absolutely. It is an extremely rare case indeed that I ever get upset enough to be evil. You know, I don't even like sarcasm, and I consider sarcasm the evil mistress of evil. So to say that I am evil and for me to be offended by that, it's like I have evil. I am part evil. I am mostly good. Is it hypocritical that when I'm upset, I may do something that is outside of my normal range of behaviors? I certainly have some triggers. If anyone talks about my kids, yeah, I call my kids my baby hippos. Everyone asked me why, and I said because the mother hippo is one of the most dangerous animals on the earth. More dangerous than a mother lion, more dangerous than a mother zebra, more dangerous than a mother giraffe. A mother hippo doesn't even eat flesh and will kill absolutely anything that gets close to her babies. That's me. I am Mama Hippo. Now again, does that mean I act like a crazy person and chase people away from my kids at the playground? No. But if you're going to talk smack about somebody's kids, that's a low blow to begin with. That's evil. Okay. Now again, there are absolutely opportunities where I could have used a more mature and calm response. Yes, probably. Yeah. Are there opportunities where I chose to be a little more evil than I needed to be? Yeah, probably. Yes. Yeah. Does that mean that if put in the opportunity that I would choose evil over good? No, probably not. Really, no. Does that mean that I need to surround myself in white light and pray and ask forgiveness? Not really. I think for me personally, it depends on it depends on everyone's moral compass, but the thing that we forget is my moral compass is not your moral compass. My moral compass as a young woman was black and white, good and evil. That's it. You can't be both. It's one or the other. You are good or you are evil. That's it. You pick a side, and if you screw up, you're screwed. You flip to the other side, right? So, you know, using Bible standards, for example, lies, you know, that always tripped me up when I was little. You know, lies, if it's a good lie, you're like, oh, you know, no, your new haircut looks great. Great. No, yeah, you look great. You know, is that a lie? Because it's a white lie trying to build someone up and do something good. What about a live omission? You know, what if someone has toilet paper hanging out of their pants and you don't tell them? It's a live omission. Or, you know, you don't include details regarding an event. Like, yeah, no, I was at the bar with my friends. I had a nice time, you know. And you leave out the fact that you saw your ex. You know, perhaps that stopped a fight. Perhaps you didn't want to be viewed as somebody that may cheat or may take advantage of a situation. It's a live omission. Is that evil? What about stealing? You know, there's a lot of theft. After working in retail, so much theft. You know, but what if you're stealing bread to feed your kids? You know, is that evil? And it depends, I guess. Are you the bread owner or are you the person stealing? You know, again, what viewpoint is that? How do we judge, you know, by our own moral compass when we don't even know what the other people's moral compass is? You know, how does our basic progression of a moral compass affect how we are good or evil? You know, are we 50-50? You know, there's a 50% chance we could be good, a 50% chance we could be evil. Probably not. Most of us, I think, are pretty good. Do we have our evil moments? Yeah. Do normal humans have bad behavior moments? Yeah. Does that make us evil? I don't think so. To say it's hypocritical because you do one bad thing so you're not allowed to be good anymore is just ridiculous to me. It's extremely silly. So because, you know, people consider me a spiritual person or you a spiritual person, you know, I feel sometimes like people hold me to a higher level. I'm actually an ordained reverend. I have been since I was 19 years old. Does that mean that I'm prepared to preach? No, not really. I got ordained because I was supposed to do a friend's wedding. I didn't, but, you know, it was important to me, and, you know, I still like it. I still counsel people, but it wasn't my goal in getting ordained to behave as a minister's wife or, you know, anything like that. But in knowing that I'm ordained, the people that know, they're like, man, you should behave completely differently. You're not allowed to lie, cheat, steal, sin in any regard, or behave badly at all, especially not in public. Oh my God, what if somebody were to see you? Oh my goodness. Well, that's dumb. You know, preachers are all human beings too. Sure, I mean, we hope and we want them to be model citizens, but people behave badly. People make wrong choices. Does that make them 90% evil? You know, they could be 100% evil for 5 minutes for one time in their life. Does that make them an evil person? I don't think so. You know, there are people where we consider it justifiable, right? Like soldiers away at war, they shoot people, and it was them or the other guy, so they shot him. You know, this is self-preservation. That's how we justify it. You know, not that we needed to be in that war anyway, but to that person, absolutely. You know, and of course, it's probably going to scar them for life anyway, because so many of our veterans have mental issues because they can't fix their moral compass with that. I mean, I'm sure obviously if I had to kill someone, even if it was in self-defense, I'm going to be guilty for the rest of my life. I am, you know? God forbid anyone lay a hand on my kids, I'll just go schizo. Yeah. But, you know, what about someone who's being mugged? You know, what about someone who's attempting to rape, you know, a person, a child, someone who's abusing a dog, a spouse, you know? I don't think that we can make judgment calls like that without having some sort of experience, you know? Of course, we can be compassionate and empathetic and understanding and supportive and loving towards those people. But does that make them more evil? No. We're just human beings trying to find our path. So just because I happen to have an evil moment once or twice a year, I mean, really, I think this is probably my first evil moment this year. So I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Yay, new record. You know, we are having a human experience. We are expected to experience both good and evil. You know, there are so many sinners from the Bible that turned into role models and, you know, wrote their own books that got in the big book. So don't expect to be perfect. No one else is expecting you to be perfect. In fact, I expect everyone I know to behave badly. Eventually, you know, at some point, how do you really know somebody else's trueness and honesty and openness if they don't look at you and say, oh my God, and my dog was eating my shoe and I wanted to grab her and shake her. I didn't, but I really wanted to. Or like my kid smeared peanut butter all over the kitchen and I wanted to smack his butt. I didn't. I threw him in the shower, but oh my God, I wanted to do this bad behavior. And we have those instincts, you know. We don't act on them for the most part, you know, and that's great. I mean, that's obviously our evolution, you know, but things happen, especially with our mouths, our words. You know, we say hurtful things, mostly because someone hurt us, and that's normally how it is, you know. Someone is jealous, envious, wants to push you down to pull themselves up. That's what happens. So yes, I had an evil moment yesterday. It was great. I felt great. I finally got some stuff off my chest I've been wanting to say for forever. But does that make it the right thing? I certainly justified it. I think that I could have handled it better, and I think a lot of people have that 20/20. Like, you know, maybe I could have handled an argument with my best friend about sleeping with my boyfriend better, but, you know, whatever. You know, bros before hoes and all that jazz. So we can only learn from the experience, figure out what triggered this, mess with my kids, how did I react in an honest and open way? Did I make them cry? Probably. Is this karma gonna kick me in the butt? Possibly. Will I do it again? Nope. I was in the situation. I completed the situation. I will never be in that situation again. And that is the hope. You know, we have progression. You know, and it's difficult to see in the moment, like, okay, I should probably stop and not say things and breathe and breathe, or I could say exactly what I want right now and deal with the consequences later. Sometimes it's worth it. Just putting it out there, not encouraging evil in any way, shape, or form. However, sometimes it's worth it. And as long as it's a learning experience, you know, as long as you're not doing it every day, as long as you're not doing it every other month. I mean, I know some women who are crazy with boyfriends, you know, like, oh, I caught him talking to another girl, so I threw all his crap in the yard and lit it on fire. Is that evil? Yeah. Is it justified? Well, to her, obviously it was. I don't understand the whole situation. I don't understand if he was talking to an ex. I don't understand if perhaps he had cheated and that was her final straw. I can't understand the position of two other people. And that is my point, okay? How we judge good and evil is from our own point of view because we don't have any other point of view. But for the most part, we don't have all the facts to the story either. And I'm not telling you the rest of the facts. However, I'm saying that even someone who tries very hard to be spiritual on a daily basis and who is trying to grow and move forward and be a good person as often as I'm, you know, pretty much can, we have bad days. We have things that we won't do again. We have things that we would probably change and do something different if we'd had the vision now, then. But we don't. So the best thing that I can do is forgive myself and move on. That's all there is. Surprise, good and evil. You can pick a side and you can stick to that side, but eventually something's going to happen. And you may never tell anybody, but somebody's going to know. Your spirit guide's going to know. Your whole team is going to know, because the event was probably written into your life plan so that you can have that experience to grow and move forward. But I love you guys. Don't be evil today. Or maybe just for a little bit. All right. Be good. Bye.